Welcome, everyone, to another episode of this time Stomping on Eggshells with your typical hosts, Lemnos and Anthony. Welcome, Anthony.
Thanks for welcoming me to my own podcast.
Well, I click the record button, so I have to welcome you.
This guy is the face of the league, of the community, voted GOAT. If you guys missed that poll,
That's me. It's in the Discord somewhere, along with 1,000 other million polls.
Jeff, worst poll maker. That's right.
Like,
All right.
could you talk
Yep.
about that for a second, though? Like, Jeff's polls, like, he gets, like 3 votes. And he keeps, like, posting them, so I don't know what we're
He
supposed to do with
literally
that.
posted. So like some were good. I mean, isn't he the one that posted yours,
Oh, is he? I don't even
the
know.
GOAT, like that you were GOAT or whatever? But the other one was like, what tier cornerback would Bailey be? And everyone, and like half the people don't even know who that is anymore. And
Oh my god. I wish Bailey would
like,
would come back. He was great. He's great vibes
yeah,
too.
oh yeah, of course.
Um,
All right, so stomping on eggshells. That's enough praise already.
oh,
We said
for
two
real.
words of praise. Honestly, it's enough.
Yeah, this is stomping eggshells where we get spicier, maybe a little more comedic this week as well, but definitely we got to keep it spicy and stomp those eggs.
Oh yeah. But first, we'll start with the two not spicy topics.
Fine.
All right. I mean, it's spicy. It's hype. Tournament finals hype.
Ooh,
We
true.
got. We don't have anyone in the elite division playing because I got retired, and I guess they already won, so that's fine.
They
Took his
did.
ball and went home. We got Romo's versus Jeff. So I'll set the contacts as contacts. Yep, that's right,
Contacts.
contacts. I'm gonna go with it, as I always do as Mr. Stats. So I think Prism was saying Romo's never beat Jeff in like a 40-minute scenario.
Competitive setting, whatever.
Um, yeah, but from what I recall, Romo's never really had a steady situation to verse him in. Game one, season three, that was me, Romo, and CJ playing wide receiver for the first time in like 4 months.
Oh, yeah.
Game two was a phone call Discord because Dan and CJ had left the community. So, and then I guess in the tournament you were saying it was a little laggy, and even when I asked Romo, he's like, I don't really know what happened that game. So,
I think Romo's been playing at night and he's been just too tired. But and then season 4 they didn't play at all because Jeff only played a couple games and didn't QB like not against them.
and the Lions forfeited actually against Romo.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So,
Um,
Jeff history. Let's see. I don't know, man. He's on one of his tears lately, but he's been missing again. So we'll see if he brings it or not.
yeah, he's like the Targaryens from Game of Thrones. Like he's like a coin flip. You don't know if you're gonna get like the crazy Jeff or the like really locked in like sneak a bunch like throw perfect icons and perfect deep passes. Like you can get like complete opposite sides of the spectrum with him.
Yeah, the coin flip thing was cool until the final Targaryen also went crazy in a horrible season. So,
That is
um,
true. We don't talk about the season 8.
that's a spicy topic for sure. We could talk about that for an hour. But yeah, yeah. So, I mean, he has his security blanket, and the funniest part of it is he's either going to have Sin if they can play this week, or he's going to have Mutin. So either way, it's going to be the people that played against Roma in season three.
Oh, did Sin play against Romo?
Yeah, he played. He subbed in that first half, and he was like, he doesn't know how Mutin takes this abuse every week.
Oh, oh, that's true. Um, all right, so I think Sin could do a decent job containing Romo, but Sin is also like he gets pretty rusty too. So it might be kind of like hit or miss. He might get a couple like big gains, but we know that Sin is like the number one fumbler in the league. So
Number one, force
fumbled, yeah,
fumbler. Yep,
force fumbler.
that's right. Yeah, and Romo, no one's belittling his Super Bowl win because it doesn't fit the narrative because we all like him. But I mean, he did sneak for 20 times against Gurley, and when you sneak that much, you may fumble at some point.
I mean, he might correct you and say it was 16, but either way, like there's a
Okay,
lot of
I never saw the stats. So.
Either way, it's a lot of sneaks, and
Hmm.
Gurley was abusable. Um, and Romo's going to take that advantage. He's going to take whatever advantage he can get. He's like a real NFL like coach or QB. He's going to like find the soft spot in the defense and continually attack it. Um, so like for instance, like Muton, he does that thing where he likes to like dive, and like a lot of QBs aren't expecting it because it's a kind of a unique dive pattern. But like Romo's just gonna look at it and be like, "No, I'm not going anywhere near you. I'm gonna sneak for 30 yards now." So
Yeah, yeah. And that we had that game where against East Coast Flying Spiders, first game back, Smith, and he threw an icon right to Mutin when the touchdown and the sneak were just both wide open. So as long as you don't fall for his spy, he's been doing the same thing for a year where he picks a random side every play and dives.
yep.
So,
If
um,
yeah, if Muton
there
like,
is one more storyline
oh
though.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
if Muton actually locks in and does like a normal blitz, he's super effective. But he just needs to not do that silly dive thing that he does.
Yeah, yeah, because eventually you're gonna get burned for a 15-yard run. I was gonna say there is one big storyline that I guess we have to touch on because I'm literally not gonna be here to sub in, and I'm not going to sub in because it's the finals. Like Ocho needs to fix his lag.
Yes. Oh, you're talking that. That's the thing. That's the topic. The Ocho lag.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the big topic
Yes.
because like they literally I don't even know what they're gonna do. Like subbing in, let's say Jeff already has to use Mutin if they can't play.
Yeah. So I
Um,
don't think it makes sense for you to sub in because
yeah,
like it's the finals, and arguably it might not have made sense in the game that you played in, but like when push comes to shove, you got to do something, and get the game played. But like the team is well, Ocho Portis Romo, and that's who should play in the finals. But Ocho in pubs and Ocho in I think the last game they played in for the tournament, like lag has been really bad, and like there's some like delay in the clicks sometimes when you like kind of don't feel the lag. Like there's this pervasive effect when Ocho is in the game that is like really hard to get around, and we just can't go through that again. Like we got to get Ocho a computer. He's got to restart his computer every time before he plays Blitz.
yeah, and it really is a hot topic. Like it can't be overstated because even if Jeff approves some like balanced sub, let's say Duxer hasn't played in months, okay, but he's still good. Maybe on Ocho's level, who's a little rusty still. Um, let's say they sub after the first drive, like Smith's team kind of got cooked already by that because they had to play one laggy drive, and then
Yeah.
after that they subbed, and then that's a mind f.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, they'll have to figure it out before a game, like do a warm up or something to test them out.
Yeah. I think it's like we want Ocho playing and stuff. It's just it's hard. It's actually hard to play games. 'Cause I think there was the last tourney game where like there was like a ton of lag. We had to like pause or remake or something, or I had to end up hosting because Dan's host or someone else's host didn't work. Like we just can't have these games last longer than an hour because it's brutal for the
Oh
players,
yeah.
the streamers, the people trying to watch, the people that plan around this. Like it's just I don't know. Ocho, please help us.
And then the last thing is to touch on this game. We don't need to do predictions. I think that's overrated. The other 30 podcasts will do that surely. Um, but this is like Romo's big one, right? So everyone's like, oh, Dan, not everyone, literally just Baldhead was like, oh, I got my 3P. I'm done. I won. So like Romo needs to win this tournament to prove that he really is top three quarterback alongside, Prism and whoever else you want to put there, Finn or Wayne.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I don't know if Romo's like I don't know if Romo's playbook is like as good as some other QBs, or maybe his like he does have some pretty good jukes, but like maybe his sneaking's not quite as good as like every other QB. But he's like a like top all around like every part of the QB, but not like the best at it. And he just puts it all together, and then he wins. So he's almost like a better version. He's like a better version of Krusty. Krusty doesn't have the mechanics to play like NFL Blitz. He just like has some wins, but Romo
Yeah,
has like the skills and the mechanics to
yeah. I
to get
wouldn't.
it done.
I wouldn't knock Crusty that hard, but you're touching on the mechanics, or what were blowing my mind when I was playing for him last game was like him boosting forward to shorten the throw to the rate so that the spy can't get it. Like there are very few quarterbacks that read that properly. They'll
Oh
like go
yeah,
backwards and just throw the int.
yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, the going backwards delays it and gives the blitzer time to get there. But yeah, I think Romo can solidify himself as a top QB if he wins. I think there is uh, one thing that's going against him though, and that's the fact that Prism and Jeff have played together for a whole season. They have a lot of chemistry built up. Um, Jeff's offense first is pretty forgiving if you're a vet because you know how to like kind of get open for him and react to things like icons or him moving the wraith. So Jeff really succeeds with a really good player like Prism with him. So like Romo's got to battle the chemistry adversity, whereas he might not have that much chemistry with Ocho, and Portis doesn't talk. So it's kind of like Romo trying to do a lot of it on his own.
well, honestly, it was a lot of good vibes because like you just have to read the room with Portis. He's just hilarious. Like we're just pinging random stuff on the map and stuff, just trolling with each other. But like he's actually so good. He was so good at containing the other game. So if he can contain Jeff, Romo, in my opinion, like, and it didn't dawn on me till this last game, and then he was like, "I do get a lot of ins." I was like, you know what? You're right. You and him are probably the two best quarterback coverage players. So like, if someone was gonna jump an icon or pick off a slant or something, it would be him.
Yeah, I can see it. He might make the right read against that silly Jeff offense.
All right, so um, that's it for that matchup. The next one has some added drama to it off recent events.
Recency bias.
I mean, let me make sure I have the teams right. It's Tuca versus Kite, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's get to stomping on eggshells. Nito hates Tuca's guts.
Yeah, it came out of
he's hated
nowhere.
he's hated him since he didn't give Mutin the extended time, which a lot of us are on Tuca's side anyways. But like
Yeah.
he's just been holding a grudge against him since then.
Yeah.
So that's a fun rivalry. But I mean, these were for sure on paper the best two teams in the division, anyways.
Agreed. I think Money did a good job trying to get his team to be competitive. Um, he was pretty close. He was obviously in the jump ball contest, which we could talk about, which is cool. Um, Mutan's team obviously didn't come through. That was probably the weakest team in the division. But I think just going back to that the last thing that caused the rivalry, like part of it is on Mutan, but more of it's on the streamers, me and Dan, for not forcing them to add the time. Because if we had forced them to add the time, Mutan is just like he's within his rights to forfeit whenever. Instead, he just be like, "Oh no, don't add time," and add this weird layer of complexity. Um,
Yeah, I'll say that was a weird take by you guys to not make them play within the structure of the game, but
well, I mean, we're sitting there, and then Mutan's like, "I won't add time." So does that mean
I
he's
know,
telling his
I
team
know.
not to add time too?
Yeah, that's true. And then he would, well, yeah, knowing him when he puts his foot down, he probably was just gonna leave the game anyways. So,
That's true. That might lead to into another topic that we can talk about later on in this
oh,
podcast.
yeah,
anyway,
I know the one.
back to this stomp. Um, so yeah, I think Nito has become a big proponent of honor in the game because he's
Mhm.
latched on to Kite. That's his latch. Um, and I'm all for it. Like I got pretty mad at Tuca, but it was really my fault, me and Dan's fault for not making the 20 minutes. But I think it was a pretty like dishonorable thing. I feel like if I was in Tuca's shoes, I would have added the time.
uh, I think yeah, that's probably like roughly a 50-50 in our community, honestly, because there's so many people that play for the money.
True.
It's like why risk it? Like I don't think Devin would have let them extend. I don't know if Romo would have. All these guys that get on for every money tournament for the money,
Yeah, true.
they're gonna take their win and take it to the bank.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I mean,
I
Tuca.
lost my train of thought, but yeah.
That's all right.
Oh no
Like,
no no!
oh, okay,
Actually,
okay, okay.
I got it because you said he latches. So that's another reason he was mad at Tuca because not only is he latched a kite, he's double latched a kite because Cheeky Wong,
Oh yeah,
his favorite guy got screwed by the ruling.
yeah. It just it was like a. I would say it's a dark day in Blitz's history. We don't want to have a game end up like that. And if you get like Nito like actually upset, like I mean, you got to do a lot to get Nito upset. So this is an
Yeah,
interesting international rivalry that I was not expecting in the community.
and since we are stomping, I mean, we can just quote him verbatim. He called Tuca a rat bitch today. So
Wait, what does that? What does that
that
even
was this
mean?
morning. Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, that was. I mean, Tuca's probably just laughing. I doubt he cares, but hopefully there's something to the rivalry because I don't think we've had a two new players rivalry against each other. Like they're usually all just loved. So
Yeah, well, I think I think Tuca is I think Tuca is embracing some of the toxicity and anger that might come from the game and the community. Like, remember, I think his first time where he got like angry was the zone tackling thing, where a person was like telling him like zone tackle, this is how you do it, whatever. And then Dan came on and told him the zone tackle, and Tuca's like, no, no, no. I appreciate it, Dan, but we can't. You can't talk about zone tackling with me right now. So that was like thing number one. And I think now with like people calling him out, being like, listen, like no, I'm gonna put my foot down. Like I'm gonna like Mutan said something stupid, and I'm gonna abide by it. So I think we're seeing a new face of Tuca that might come out more.
yeah, I mean he's always been very sarcastic. So he fits in. He kind of fits in the good way, where Krusty fits in the bad way.
Oh, true. Like
Like he's more of like a sarcastic, funny guy, maybe like you, and then Krusty would be more like me, or he's like maybe a little hyper aggro sometimes.
yeah, I mean, Krusty's just instigating.
Oh
To
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I didn't mean like they're and this is going to be one of my topics later, and Krusty will be included in a positive light. But yeah, I just meant like they meet both requirements of the community, so to speak.
yes, yeah, for sure. Tuca's vibes are mostly there, but yeah, I think that this Nito Tuca rivalry um, is an interesting development for sure.
Other than that, I'll just touch on one more thing. Man, Nina was insane in the jump ball contest. She was actually playing for pushing spawns, which literally no one does. Like not even veterans in jump ball contests do that. So
Oh yeah, let's talk about
very
the jump
very
ball contest a
impressive.
little bit. Like
Yeah, I mean if you are.
Nina was super super impressive. She won her matchups. She won both of them, so she won 2-0. And like you said, she was like manipulating spawns. She was reacting quicker to the ball, and that was with the RB unit. Arguably, you can catch better in jump ball contests with the wide receiver unit. Um, and Kimchi did pretty good, and Ian did pretty good too. But I was pretty impressed with Kimchi actually, because I don't think Kimchi's like a huge gamer. Like, I think Nina is like really good. She could pick up things quick because she is like a basically professional gamer. But Kimchi was holding his own pretty well. What did you think about Kimchi? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I was trying to watch what I could from work. It looked like he had some unfortunate ones where he like pushed the ball right to them, which
Yes.
always sucks to see. But yeah, I mean, considering how limited he plays, he he looked good from what I saw.
Yeah. Props to Kimchi there. Yeah, it'd be cool if Nina played more in general, because I think she would be like legitimately like really good, really quick at this game.
Yeah, I think she just loses her mind if she plays blitz too much, but you
Yeah,
never know.
I,
Maybe it's growing on her.
I get it. We'll say she might have stopped playing other games a little bit. I don't know. She seems more active.
Maybe she's just locked in for the tournament.
Ooh, wait, the best, the greatest, the
That's
largest
right.
NFL Blitz tournament of all time. Thanks, Jeff.
We'll be back, boys. Literally tomorrow, assuming we release this tonight. The finals of that division, that jump ball contest, will be tomorrow.
Yes. Um, and should we talk about the matchup? Have we talked about the matchup yet?
Um, yeah, we did. Hello. We literally were talking about Tuca Nito rivalry. and
Oh,
all that.
yeah, but like we didn't say like how we think they're
You
gonna
mean like on
do.
paper? Okay, so who are the players? We got Nina Blitzy. We got Nito in
Yep.
coverage, which is going to be exposed the entire game, and there's nothing you can do to help it. And then Tuca's team, let's see, Tuca Gasol and who?
Kimchi.
Oh, it is Kimchi. So he did win the. Oh yeah, because Ian went 0-2. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean Kimchi's solid. I haven't been able to see many of their games, but I'm assuming Gasol's still blitzing.
Uh, I think so. They might have switched off a couple plays here and
Oh,
there.
okay, okay, sure. Because I know Kimchi was like, if you literally just tell him, "Hey, stay deep," he's gonna cover it. So
Yeah, he
that
played good in
lets
that league
Tuca be
game.
aggressive on defense, which is good.
Yeah, so I think on paper, uh, the Kites team is a better overall. But Nito is a glaring hole in the coverage. I guess in the last game where they got beat really bad uh, against I think Sac City, Money was just going after Nito. Kite was telling Nito to go to specific places, and Nito just wasn't going there and not listening. So there's a double effect. There's one, Nito is not listening. Two, Nito doesn't know what to cover without him telling him what to do. So it might just be a lost cause for Nito in coverage.
Yeah, and my recency bias, as well as yours, because you were literally the one doing the mossing. Nito looked terrible the other day. You literally mossed him 4 times in one game.
Oh, that's
So
true.
hopefully he's a little more locked in. Because yeah, it's very demoralizing. Like even in that game, I believe we lost to you guys surely because you caught like 2 Moss touchdowns. Very demoralizing if you're like Kite trying to rally the troops and let's say you force a fourth down and then all of a sudden someone mosses for a touchdown or a conversion.
Yeah, I actually had a one versus two Moss touchdown, so that's very
Yeah,
unfortunate. So yeah, Nito's gotta like do something else. Maybe he's got to listen to Kite or something because his coverage was not there, or try to have Nina cover, but I don't think she wants to or can.
yeah. We'll
Um,
see if the new bald head 2.0 can channel his bald head and go win out. You know.
what you want to go ahead and do there is Nito. You gotta go to the sideline. Oh,
His latest gag has been spamming defensive calls in pubs that are just wrong every single time.
at least
That's
Baldhead got like some of them right.
that is a legendary tale. That was actually my breaking point season 1 for real. Like I did want to go help you on your team and try and make the playoffs as underdog, but he called defenses against TTT season 1 the entire game and we gave up like 30 points and like 500 yards. Like none of the calls were ever right. So,
Yeah, there comes a point like I think called plays should be like a quarter of your plays, not a majority. For defense.
all
Um,
right. That's stomping on eggshells. So we're bringing the punches now. I mean, unless you want to keep talking about the matchup, but I think we've milked the hell out of it. The
uh,
hype is there.
well, did you want to talk about Mother's Day
No, I
plans?
don't want to talk about the other. Oh, um, yeah, I guess that's a positive, unless you want to end with it. Nah, it's pretty simple. All right, so Mother's Day plans for me. I've got kind of a funky week because I'm actually traveling, going to a concert, SoCal trip, all the time, and then actually on Mother's Day, it's like a celebration of life thing, so not a super happy thing. And then the Monday after, um, we're gonna go see her mom. So that's fun. San
Nice,
Francisco again.
nice. Say
What
what's up to
about you?
Kirsty. Well, glad you're doing a celebration of life. Really appreciate that. It's always tough to do it, and this part in our lives, we're all grown, but it's still very hard to deal with. For me, I'm not doing anything too crazy. Um, but so my dad is in Greece right now, so we're not doing anything like huge as a family. But I'm probably gonna see my sister and her family, and my mom probably do something low key because getting my sister and her 3 kids out is a hassle to say the least. Um, so nothing too crazy, just going out to dinner with them, and it might even be takeout. Who knows? But yeah, low key.
I mean, it's nice. Yeah, we hang out with our family a lot, so it's nice when you can just, even if you're just chilling at the house, bringing in food. It's nice. So
Yes, but the listeners, if you have a good relationship with your mother, if you want to celebrate her life, if you have a significant other that is a mother to your children, please enjoy Mother's Day and get some nice flowers and do something nice.
yeah, very important holiday. Don't take it for granted. Appreciate your mom, basically.
Amen.
Amen. God bless America.
All right, let's continue stomping.
All right, stomping. Well, we could do our weekly top five first because that one's technically a positive.
Okay.
The good one, not the bad one. All right, so my top five this week. If you guys haven't caught on, we're trying to do top five random shit every week, instead of like Wayne and Krusty or Lemon Wayne or Dan and Prism just ranking quarterbacks and wide receivers and RBs over and over. So this week's top five, I was thinking, is top five jukers, and it's never been more relevant because my God, WCK.
Oh my God, his juke and I forget which game it was. That was just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it was the first game against Krusty.
yes, yeah,
But
he
yeah,
juked like
yeah.
around the sideline. Oh, all right. So top five jukers. There's been a lot of good games throughout the year or whatever, year and a half. Um, so top five. I mean, we have remember that juke by Bixby in season one.
I do actually, but the game was a little different back then. But
That
yeah,
is true.
actually, that honestly that might make it more impressive because there wasn't blocking, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Um, top five. Do you have five already written down?
I got three, so we can even just do top three. It's just kind of a fun category. My number one, obviously, WSK. I think it's unanimous. I mean, it's just consistent. Like he's always going for the big play and making it right. So
Yeah.
and it'll be like you and I have had games where we commentate him and we're like, why isn't he going this way? And then he shakes the shit out of them, and it's
Like,
just
oh my God.
yeah, you're like, okay, never mind. All right, so he's number one. I got number two, Wayne. Now I know that's Mister One. Sorry, Mister Half Yard per carry, Wayne. But it's because he's kind of the opposite of me. Like he's not gonna just dive forward for 3 yards. He's always going for the big play, and he can get it pretty often.
Yeah.
Number three, it's got to be Portis. I mean, he's literally the best yards per carry running back, rushing yards record holder.
Yeah. No, I
No,
think you're right.
number four, probably Devin. I mean, I know a lot of it was actually my blocking on our kickoffs, but there's got to be skill involved with him if he's literally the best kick returner since that one tournament where he returned one for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
he
Um,
also led the league in yards per catch, I think, uh, among people that had more than like 10 catches or something. Number five, oh man, I don't know, man. I might have no. Oh, here we can go to quarterbacks, and it's just Smith, right?
oh, that's what I was
which
gonna
is
say.
which is why everyone's so mad when he doesn't take the sneak because he will literally shake a defender out of their shoes 3 jukes in a row and then just eventually take a sack.
Yeah, it's always pretty demoralizing, and so I think that's a good list. It just sucks when we like agree so much, because I would probably I can't put Smith number one because he takes those sacks. But I'm gonna put him at number two for me because he like remember that league game. He destroyed me,
Oh
like
yeah, that was a crazy one.
that was a
Yeah, that was crazy.
crazy juke. His jukes are legitimately crazy. And even the game he just came back from was like super rusty. He was still doing some good jukes even though their team ended up getting pretty destroyed. Um, so I think I'd put Smith at number two. I'm putting Wayne at number one because I've just seen him do too much stuff in the open field in league games, especially as RB, getting those icons and then just moving the ball after he gets those icons. Um, I see like I'm not putting Prism in this list, but I think Prism kind of tries to do a similar thing where like he kind of goes backwards and waits for the opportunity to open up or the blocks to get used. But Prism always ends up getting tackled for like negative yards after the catch.
It could be our honorable mention for meme's sake, because he keeps trying to make the lateral juke work, and I think it worked one time for like 10 yards. And that flare, that's worth an honorable mention.
Oh, for sure, it's always fun, and then he will like give it to their team and then that's not as fun for his team. Anyway, so I got Wayne, I got Smith. I think Wick is number three for me. He does end up getting open a lot from his jukes, but I feel like they're kind of very few and in between right now. I feel like I've only seen like one big break off like every couple of months lately. That's just me though. So I'm gonna put Wick at number three. I'm gonna put Dan at number four, aka Bald Head, because he does have some really good yak. I think on like all of my write-ups I talk about his yak, um, and he kind of does it in the open field too, without too many blockers. So props to Dan on his open field yak ability. He wasn't great at handoffs, but he was good in the open field, kind of like Wayne, but not as good as him. And then
So let me ask you something, not to
yes,
interrupt your list. Since Romo is about to enter top three QBs, and Dan was literally second to last in yards per catch, who was the reason for that?
I mean it's got to be Romo putting the ball where it needs to be,
So
right?
then, so what I'm saying is you're, and this is always the thing I write home about, because some people still think Dan is shifty, but I'm like, the dude was literally, he only beat Nina in yards per catch on the season. He's literally like 20 something in
Yeah,
rank.
I mean
Um, so I'm like, at some point you gotta have the stats to justify the reputation, I guess. But I
I
mean, it's your list. I
I
just wanted
think
to.
I think part of it might be wide receiver too, because I think when like people think of Dan shiftiness, it's usually at RB, um, and he might just maybe the Romo playbook and the wide receiver unit wasn't as like good for like Yak and Jukes for him. Um, I just don't know how many opportunities he had. Because did
That's
Kite
valid
give him
because
too
yeah,
much?
because I do remember him going kind of crazy with Jeff to end the end season two. I think it was.
Yes.
Um, so all right, number five.
Number five, I think I'm gonna put Romo up there because like he gives arguably one of the best blitzers in the game, Turkey trouble. Um, he's gotten around most of the blitzers in the community for sneaks, and Romo will take those sneaks. Um, so maybe I need to switch Romo and Smith because he actually takes the sneaks. But I'm gonna keep Romo at five for now. Um, because he's got those good juice and gets the sneaks, and people haven't really figured him out yet.
Yeah, I think five for Romo's good. I don't think you could put him past Smith because Smith is just like he could get a 15-yard run whenever he wants it. Romo, he gets the top five for sure because like he was second least sacks, I believe, and the first guy in least sacks led the league in interceptions thrown and like ran backwards mostly.
Yeah, that's true. You're just
So
throwing it out.
Romo's like actually just shaking defenders. And I think you and I had talked about this where I was blitzing him some pub or something. He does like an extra quick cut, so you dive his second cut, and he's making a third cut before you've even read the second. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he is very quick with it. Yeah,
All
top five
right,
jukers.
top five jukers. The rest is gonna be hilarious, drama spewing, toxicity.
All right, here we
what's
go.
what's what's some positives sprinkled in? All right, I just want to hit this one because you were just voted it. Who's the goat?
Oh my
Who's the
God,
real goat?
it's me.
It's you.
It's
It's
me. Are you
you.
kidding me? No,
This topic's not gonna go well if it's just you.
um, no.
Yeah.
It's hard because like I think if you look back at the seasons in the community, you would say that like season one and two, you'd be like, oh, it's Wayne or Prism, Prism or Wayne, blah blah blah, and it's just so boring now. But now that was so boring back then. But now, there are different people, different personalities, different dimensions that this community has gone into. Um, but for like in terms of goat status, it's just so hard. I don't know anymore because like Wayne looks like he's kind of fallen off. Prism's heart isn't in it. Uh, Krusty, like well, he was so close, and then he shit the bed this tournament in season 4. So I can't call Krusty the goat. I mean, I don't know who to even say. I think the goat just has to be. I think it's Jeff.
Yeah, you think
Yeah,
so?
I think he brings the community together on like a monthly basis, even if it is for money or not. Like
All right, so
he.
let me
All
specify
right,
this,
all
okay?
right, all right, all right.
Because another topic we have later is most important figures in Blitz.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so I literally mean on the field, and I don't think you can put the guy that has the most 40-point losses in the league as the GOAT.
Oh, fair. That is fair. Who is the goat then? Oh my God.
My answer, while you think then, I think it's Prism. So like you were saying, it was back and forth Wayne, 1A, 1B, Prism and Wayne. Hence the huge rivalry, because that's what happens with GOATs. But like, and I was thinking about this, like Prism, you can't make a mistake against or you're losing the game. Every time I've played Wayne, I've lost by one touchdown, and every single time my quarterbacks turn the ball over at least twice. Which I'm not saying it's my quarterback's fault, but I'm saying me as a team, we've made mistakes and have been in the opportunity to win every single time. Prism, it's like if you turn it over, you're probably going to lose by two touchdowns.
Yeah, I think we've
And
noticed that in a lot of the like games that we've played together and like what you see on the field, um, and even for like season 4 where he didn't have that much presence in some of the games, like he took some games off. He was a skill position, but like he QB'd against us, ended up doing what he needed to do to win the game. He's like kept his players focused for enough games to get into the playoffs. He almost knocked off Krusty um, with like a rookie-ish team. So yeah, I can totally see the GOAT argument there.
yeah, because so Krusty's holding it like, oh, I beat Prism and Wayne in the same season. Sure, sure. But like Prism, I mean, put another quarterback on that team who's doing as well as they did. And yeah, you'll say, oh, they were 2-5, they didn't do well. But like, he went in there, beat you guys when he had to win, won another one to make the playoffs. Literally was gained so much ground he could just forfeit their last game. It didn't even matter. And then he made one mistake in the playoffs. It happens finally. I think someone had given me the stat that was like his first interception in a playoff game ever. I think
Yeah,
Wayne told me that one.
and
So
arguably it might not have like that interception might not have happened because he was trying like the same play or something for
yeah,
like 2 plays in a row and like didn't unload or something like that.
yeah, he did say that. Yeah, because we were confused. That was a very not Prism like play. So I think in terms of like it's the LeBron argument or whatever, right? I'm not saying LeBron's GOAT, but I'm like that's what people say, like how he elevates his teammates. Um, I feel like you could give Prism any two players, and he's gonna be hard to defeat.
I'm gonna go a different route for who my GOAT is.
Good.
Um, and I think it's gotta be Turkey. Um, how many Super Bowls has he been in? It's been in
He has been in three and won two,
yeah,
which same as Wayne. I mean, he was on Wayne's team for both of those.
yeah. So I think
Yeah,
Wayne has fallen off. Like, hold on a second. Like, just imagine if Turkey played as much as all of us. He, he would definitely be the best person in the community, like by far. So I think him showing up for just the game days and a couple of random things here and there, and to get to like three Super Bowls, win 2 of them, um, give the goats, the other like arguable goats like Wayne and Prism, like problems in the games against Turkey. I think Turkey and Turkey can moss people like he did in season 4. He hasn't had to do that too often because in previous seasons he had better throws thrown to him, whereas season 4 Krusty was just throwing it up. So I think Turkey shows up. He's got really good mechanics. He can stifle other QBs, and he helps get his team to wins because he's smart and knows what to do.
yeah. And I think if you ask Prism, he would literally say Turkey's the GOAT. So you make a strong case, and there's a strong case to be had, like you're saying. Like he literally doesn't even play blitz; he just comes in and changes the game. My only counter argument would be if you think of it. Like, is there a player you're like, if I put this person in the lineup, they're gonna shut down Prism? No, but we literally have Romo as a counter to Turkey. Um, he's had other quarterbacks where he hasn't sacked them very much, you know. So it does seem like there are people that can counter Turkey. Now he'll still have an impact on the game. He's still gonna moss people. I have him as my number one ranked wide receiver overall,
Ooh.
but I just feel like to be the goat, like if I put you on Prism's team, be honest, do you ever go into a game and you're like, we're not gonna win? Probably not.
Yeah, no, I'm usually pretty happy to play on his team.
Which I mean, I guess that's the same argument with Wayne. Like you go in expecting to win, but I don't know. It just feels like Prism kind of took the next step this season because he literally brought in Gasol in his first full time season, Tuca in his first full time season. Tuca looked like a freaking elite running back,
And great
probably
coverage.
to his own, you know, whatever the word is I'm looking for,
Tutelage.
his own efforts, basically. You know, but also I'm sure Prism had an impact on that too, even if he'll say he had no part in his team because he wasn't talking.
I mean, he was there. I mean, I'm sure they, wrote in their team chat and stuff too. Like, and Prism can be a hard ass on comms sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just need the fear of God to keep you motivated.
I can also say, um, not to use this against Wayne because it's kind of a meme game, but they went out and Mutin played the absolute worst quarterback league game of all time with Wayne as his running back. So if Wayne had the leadership that Prism does, I really doubt Mutin would have shit the bed like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he might have just been letting Muton kind of do his thing, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think
of course. I'm sure it was more passive approach. That's Wayne, but I'm just saying.
yeah, but yeah, I think from a either leadership or fear aspect, um, Wayne probably didn't portray what he needed to portray to get that win with Muton at QB. Um, but yeah, no, I think I can understand like Turkey might not be as maybe impactful because he's not quite at the QB position. He's not at the QB position, um, and he's not as active. But like I think Wayne has fallen off a little bit at QB since season 4. I think he just hasn't kind of played enough consistently to maintain his QB goat status. Prism can be rusty here and there, but his like game planning and the mental side of it, I think is higher than Wayne's right now. Um, so yeah, I think, but at the same time, Turkey is kind of the Prism counter, and so that's why I'm gonna keep Turkey up there.
Yeah, and I'd be fine calling Turk the go. Honestly, we're not standing on business here, so it's like I need to stick with my take. Either of them could be 1A, 1B at this point.
I don't need your
Um,
sob story.
I don't usually do. That's true. Sob, SOB, dude. That's bald head sobbing all the time.
Yes.
Um, God damn it. What was I gonna say now?
Oh no, I
Oh yeah,
interrupted.
I was gonna say normally I don't do the chat meme, but I'm gonna say it here. Chat, are we cooked? Is Wayne gonna come for our heads in another unreleased podcast because we said Prism might be better than him at quarterback now?
Well, let me say,
Voice your opinions in the comments.
voice your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to
Smash
smash
that
that
like
like
button
button
and
and
subscribe.
ring
That's
the
right.
bell. Subscribe.
Yeah,
um,
you want one more thing you gotta say to wrap it up
oh,
on that?
oh no, I was just gonna say, I was gonna add on to that. You know, we're waiting for these unreleased podcasts. He might have another unreleased podcast. I don't know if that Dan podcast is happening. We'll have to get more info from the source, which is either Dan or Wayne. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll have to send one of the few people that are not blocked by Mr. Sailor
I should probably check
to
if I'm
find out.
blocked.
Go react quick. All right. So there's our goat debate. Probably the first time in many, many years that Wayne's not there. Now we will establish that this is just since coming back. All time, I mean, we'd have a 2 hour discussion if it was Jeff or Prism or Wayne or so
Yes,
Finn. Okay, so now, oh man, there's so many negative topics to hit.
I
Let's
know.
do this one. This one's fun. Secret drama seekers.
All right, that's a pretty good one because I think we have a good amount in the community. Um,
Yeah,
so I think there was this secret? No, but I mean, hold on. I'm gonna bring back CJ from the grave. Sorry, CJ. He would post like these random like stats and like rankings, and just like put people that like didn't deserve to be at the bottom, like at the bottom. Like when he like called out Smith for like something from like season one, and like everyone would just like shit on him. So he would always like I don't know if that's secret enough though.
Yeah, CJ debatable. I don't know if he was necessarily looking for drama. I think he just found it, especially if he had a sippy Saturday.
Oh, that's true.
Whereas I'm more of talking about like, here, I'll just throw out some names for you, and I'm sure you already know where I'm going with this. Blue Squid, seems like a good guy on the surface. The more you hear about him, the more he's shit talking people behind their backs. Apparently, who knows? I'm sure there were two sides to the Ocho story, as we've heard from Duxer. Um, yeah, he's one of them. Nito, he always just types ah ja 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 ja, but I mean he's literally confessed in DMs to Kite that he loves gossip. So
Yeah. Oh, and also like just to just to latch onto the Nito comment, like Nito will randomly be like, "Friend, can I ask you a question?" and then like ask some like
yeah,
horribly
literally,
rude
who do
thing.
you like more? Who do you like more? He's literally, yeah, that's the definition of drama seeking because he's immediately pitting two people against each other.
I mean, we gotta give him some credit. He's like a 19 or 20-year-old like little kid. He's still like his brain is still developing. He's like obsessed with the drama, and he's not really showcasing it except when he asks friend, "Who do you like more?" Friend, why does this person suck? Friend.
Hmm.
Um, the Nito's definitely up there. I like the squid one as well. I mean, we know about the the video, the CJ video
Oh
that
yeah,
he
that too. Yeah,
released. And like if you're not seeking drama, then like why are you making that? You know?
yeah, exactly. So if there's anyone that's intentionally just flamed someone else, but then like you get on voice with them, this is kind of what Prism was calling out. I think Wayne for when they were being buddy buddy with CJ, but then shitting on him.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
there's people there are these people in this community that are like when you get on voice with them, they're either going to be quiet or friendly, and then they're secretly talking shit about you. So those are our secret drama seekers. Now there's one other menace, man, the tyrant himself. We got to call this guy out. Money.
ooh,
This
what?
guy, this guy, I don't mean like flaming people. I mean he loves drama. He absolutely loves drama. That's why he put fumbles into the game. That's why he adds updates that no one asks for that are gonna cause chaos. He wants drama.
That's true. He just likes chaos. I remember also talking to him about this like season one or two. Like he's just kind of like he's kind of forcing the chaos upon us. Um, like no one asked for fumbles. Like in like season one, I mean, you were the big complainer about the like the
Well, yeah, think
fumbles, the
about it, right?
boosting.
If he didn't add fumble, yeah, because we couldn't go out of bounds back then for context, and you could fumble when not boosting. So think about it like this, right? We're facing TTT, me, Dan, WCK, Money, Prism, Duxer. So six good players at that time. Uh, Dan could have just won that game and his entire legacy would be different.
Yeah.
But I fumble because I boost past them on a juke and they hit me in the back. It's like without that, there's no drama, and Money added that feature for the drama.
I mean, he kind of he he definitely aspires for more and more drama. Um, and I don't know if he's cooked up any more drama since then. Because like in terms of like just vibeability, he's not really calling out people on the server. He's just
Oh yeah,
drama for the game.
he's revered. We love him. I just meant like the like almost every single feature, like the fact that he made it so that laterals make the same sound because he wanted that to be more
Oh
chaotic.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of I
he's
mean, I do like that as like a fake pass. It forces people to pay attention more, and like
yeah, it's cool.
I remember when people started running the plays, like the lateral throw plays, like they were like, "Oh, like this is a meme. Like no one's ever gonna do this in competitive play." And I've seen it like a good amount of times in both league and this tournament.
Yeah, which is funny because I don't think the intent was like these fake lateral plays. I mean, Money's a genius, so he probably saw it coming. But like when most people think laterals, it's like okay, on a kickoff, I'm gonna hand this off, maybe get 10 more yards. So, which worked out. Oh, and then our other secret drama seeker, obviously everyone knows. I guess it's not a secret. Sin. I mean, he's loved by everyone, but that guy's gonna write media till the end of his days, just
And we want
turning
more
people
media
against
though.
each other. I know, it's good.
We need him
So
to
that's
come
it.
back.
There's not a lot of people. Basically, this is us calling out people that want to talk shit behind people's backs. I think it's a lot better now than it used to be, but there are definitely still some. It's like, can't we just all be friends? You know?
Yeah, I think there's also one more though, and I think it's Ocho.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I don't know any specific examples, but I know he would like bring up some random things like in like a what sounded like a good-hearted thing, but he I think actually had some drama intent behind it. But I mean, don't
yeah.
I just can't bring a specific source to mind. If I
I
do,
got
I will
you.
source it. Oh,
So
what's up?
the 1 week Kite was inciting chaos in our server, Ocha was the first to pile onto it and jump aboard. So he
Oh,
definitely loves the drama as well, even though most people are rooting for Ocho. You know,
yes, we like the
um,
Ocho success story.
he's another secret drama lover for sure.
Yeah, and we can't call Kite a secret drama lover because he's just
Nope, that's
he's
public.
his public drama
Him,
seeker.
Dan, Old Me, Prism, obviously all love drama. So
It's true. All right, that's a good list.
okay, that one wasn't as spicy as I wanted, so we're gonna jump into this one, baby. It's time.
Okay.
Top 5 pub ruiners
Oh,
historically.
historically,
Who is it when you see in your game, you're like, dude, I'd rather just go do something else.
oh, girly, like 1,000%. Um, there's a couple sides of it. I mean, most people know I'm not crazy about girly in a lot of facets. I've had some good conversations with him. Not to sound, not to sound like bald head, but like I've had a couple of good conversations in like private with him when it's like not about blitz, not about gaming, not about baddies. Um, and those have been like okay. But like in terms of like blitzing and like when we're all together and stuff, like he'll just like won't he'll like, come up with excuses in the game. He'll just do stupid shit like while he's playing. Like I struggle to play with him. I don't like playing against him. Like I don't want to like sneak on him or anything like that. Like the games aren't as competitive when he's on the other side of the field. Um, I've won with him a couple times. You have him do like kind of like simple stuff, and it's like good. But like, yeah, I have some difficulty playing pubs with him, so he's definitely up there for me. How about you?
Yeah, my number one pub ruiner historically is LP Tony. He hikes randomly. He decides when he doesn't and does want to play defense. He oh man, historically, he steals plays.
Oh yeah,
Man, the good old days. If you guys didn't know, that's my old name. Uh, literally would just run to the wraith if it was called for someone else. If I went like 2 plays without getting a play,
I
that'd be
mean,
my number one. Number two, historically, is Prism. I mean, he literally put himself number one. Obviously, a lot better now. Good vibes for months now. But like, what was it? Season two, he had this whole phase. If you play any way I don't like, I hate you. If you spy too much, I'm gonna sneak and complain the whole time. If you dive too much, I'm gonna sneak and complain the whole time. If you line hop, which I mean no one likes, but I'm gonna just sneak. I'm gonna wall sneak on you 10 times in a row.
yep.
Uh, what else was there?
Th-
Oh,
th-
and then there was the terror train of season two, which was TTT, where we could not go into a game without those three being on the same team. Like they'd just be sitting there as soon as I joined the lobby. Well, I guess I'm playing against TTT today.
they did play a lot. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think I'd also add him to my list. I don't know where I would, but he'd also do that thing on defense where like if he didn't feel like playing, he'd just kind of flow out and not make a tackle, not cover anything.
Oh,
And
actually, yeah, you're right. That is another. He would just sit in place if he like thought you were taking too long. I remember CJ, who spoiler alert, he's also going to be on this list. But I remember CJ when he was learning. Like Prism did not want to play against him because he played so slow trying to learn plays.
Yes, yeah, it did take him a long time. Um, but I think I mean like I totally get like if you're unhappy in a pub, and Mutan's got the right idea for this. And, like if you're not happy in a pub, like you just save everyone's time if you left. Like we don't know if you're not gonna try until it's like a couple minutes into the game, and you're like, oh well, wait a second, Prism's not trying here. So like if you're, it's fine if you're not happy. Like it's okay, leave. Like they're not gonna hold it against you. Like you're better off just you know getting another game made, and you don't have to be in a scenario where you're unhappy in a game. You know?
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, people used to give me shit, mutant shit for leaving games, but it's like, if I'm 3 minutes into this game, do you want me to put in 20% effort for the next 17 minutes, or would you rather I just leave and you remake and replace me, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, so that's why I appreciate Mutan leaving when he's not having a good time. Um, I've also rage quit here and there, um, or if I'm just like having a bad time or like it's a half time, like I don't feel like playing anymore. Yeah, it's all right. Just leave. It's a game.
and
You
that
could
takes
be
me to
forced to
number
play.
3 on my list, Lemnos.
Oh God.
For all the reasons he just said, if he's having a bad night, get ready for him to either line up or leave. Um, Which I mean, those are rare. Those are like really, really bad nights. But you have those nights where like you were trolling, you just kept calling it map testing, but you're actually just trying to line hop as hard as you can. So you're just ruining a 20-minute game because you feel like trolling.
Yeah, that was fun.
Few and far between, but I think it's valid to put you at number 3. You also did have that phase where you were just running the cheeky offense, like not cheeky Wong, but like cheeky plays that are uncoverable.
Oh, did I do
Um,
that? I was unaware of that one.
Yeah, that's why people called you Pub Stomper Lemnos because like you were so good in pubs, you'd never make mistakes. You'd run all the plays we couldn't cover.
Oh, no, I didn't do that
Um,
in League.
so who's your? Let's see. We got Prism. We got Mutin was kind of a positive shout out.
Yes. Yeah. So
You could put me on there historically too for sure. So
oh
who else
yeah,
you got?
you're definitely there for all the reasons that you mentioned. Let's see. I got Gurley. Oh my God, Jay Cuddy. Hello. I couldn't. You can't play a game with the guy. Would pause like every minute because something wouldn't work. His keyboard would die, or his mouse isn't working, or his audio doesn't work, or he's starting to lag, or he kicked off his foot hit the
He
power
hit his
cord.
power button. Yeah.
So like I I in the beginning, especially in the beginning, and he hasn't really been around lately, but like in the beginning in season 1 and 2, I wouldn't get mad at really like anyone. But like Jay Cuddy, like I was getting like just fuming over because I couldn't ever just play a smooth game with him. I think it's kind of how like Irv might feel with like laggers or like people like or like Kite playing with Ocho. Like they like we just want to play this 25-year-old game without lag, you know. Um, so I feel the same way with Cuddy. I like couldn't play a game without him having technical issues. How many league games did we have that have the gray pause screen? Like so many.
Hmm.
So Cuddy is definitely up there for me. So I got Cuddy, Gurley, you, Prism, and
I'll take
Kanan.
this one for you because you're not going to think about it. It would be, my God, maybe you'll put another number 5, but I can't imagine you don't justify putting this guy on the list. Mr. Sailor himself. You got, oh my God, dude. He can't stay in the same voice chat because he wants to scream at you the entire game. He's gonna spam defensive calls when people are just trying to chill. Um, I don't know, man. He does the thing where he's like, "Oh, you could have got that, man."
He
Never
does.
takes accountability. Yeah, it's like the backhanded, like, "Oh no, you're good though." Dude, why did you say it in the first place then?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like you can't have fun against him because he's gonna take it too seriously. He's gonna spam defensive calls. So like I'm trying to learn quarterback, I just can't. Um, and then when he's on your team, you just feel like you're gonna be blamed if something gets messed up. It's just not a fun
yeah,
situation in my
a
opinion.
lot of pressure. Um,
Yeah.
and he might call me out on this, and it's gonna be kind of funny because of what I'm about to say. But like he always has to have the last word, so he'll like you say like he'll say something to you, but he'll be like, "Oh, I did it because of X, Y, Z." But then he'll like have to retort, but he'll be like, "Oh, it's all good." He'll say something like that. But like it feels like he like kind of always has to have the last word. We
Yeah.
kind of saw that in like just how people were kind of chirping at him in the Discord too. He's always got to puff his chest out and say something or but just basically say the last
He
word.
sobbed. Yep,
He's a
sobbed.
sob, stand on business is what he's got to do. So I'm not gonna put him in my top five. He'd be just on the outside looking in. I'm gonna put Krusty at the top five because pubs with him are horrific experiences. He's arguably worse for calling defenses. I remember trying to teach Nina one one game, and like I literally couldn't. It was like useless because he kept calling stupid shit. Um, and then it takes like it takes him forever to call plays, or he'll actually just milk like in a pub. Um, so I, in general, haven't liked playing with Krusty, and when he's on my team, I don't really like playing with him sometimes too, because he'll be like, "All right, let's run this defense." I'm like, "No, like let's just do our thing." He'll call a defense, and it'll be exactly the open spot where it will be the one spot because of his defensive call. So I'm putting Krusty at five for me.
That's valid. I'm gonna shine some positivity, not on Krusty. Fuck that guy. Just kidding. But how about Kite? Number one. Not he's not my five at all. How about number one pub enjoyer Kite? And the reason I'm saying this is because you're talking about Krusty's milking, ruining games. Kite will turn any negative into a positive. He's gonna turn it into a meme. He's gonna start milk wars. He's gonna lose to Curtis 10 times in a row and keep playing. So that'll be a future list. But how about number one pub enjoyer Kite?
Oh yeah, for
All
sure.
right. So my number four was Dan. Um, Number five is 5A and 5B, and it's literally the exact same reason, short and sweet. CJ on quarterback and Squid on quarterback. They both are going to take the entire play clock every single play. They're going to have the ball for 8 minutes out of the 10-minute half. Um, Squid does it in a more obnoxious way where he's just talking to you about real life, from what I've heard. So he'll forget to set the rate. He'll run in a circle as a unit for 20 seconds, and we're all just sitting there watching him.
That does happen.
CJ, it was like we were saying, he was legit trying to learn. Not really his fault, but I could imagine it's not fun to play against because, the full play clock. I mean, that was the big proponent in Prism, like asking for a shorter play clock or something like. I think it was Prism, but because he was tired of playing against that. So
I vaguely remember
yeah,
that. Yeah, yeah, I can
basically,
see
if
that.
you're a slow quarterback, get on voice comms, man. Set the rate. Stop talking about life. That's my going back to the secret drama. I know I just kind of shit on Squid in a nutshell. I wasn't trying to be personal, but what I meant was with secret drama, this guy left the Discord, still plays Blitz weekly, makes us get on phone calls to where we can't all vibe together. Just rejoin the community, dude. Come on, stop being
Yes,
a drama seeker.
true. We could also give him like whatever permissions that he doesn't look at certain things. You know.
Yeah, or I mean, just block Ocho. Everyone always talks about blocking people, but yeah. So that's combining that because of his annoying QB style. I had that one night where I was like, dude, if this guy's QBing, I'm not playing. I'm not gonna watch him run in the circle for 20 seconds.
I do get frustrated
Uh,
at the circle running. I remember that from
yeah.
season three, I think.
Which, from what I heard, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because, like, originally I thought he was doing it to troll. Apparently, he's just talking about life and forgetting to call a play. So I mean,
Uh, kind of like
it
that,
could
yeah.
be a good quality, but it's annoying to watch on defense.
Yeah, especially if you're just running cover two, you're just like sitting there waiting for the play to start.
It's extra tilting, yeah, because like originally I thought he was milking, and then it will be on like an incompletion, so the clock's not even going down. I'm like, please just hike the ball.
Yes.
All right, I think that's it for. Oh no, we have the huge meme, and I don't even have an answer for it. Oh
Oh,
boy.
wait,
All right,
wait.
well we got a positive one at the end. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this. I wanted to continue on a pub thing quick.
Oh sure.
About what keeps pubs fun and kind of in
Oh
line
yeah,
with the
yeah, that's right.
honorable thing. And I don't think I forget if we talked about this at length or not, um, but we talked about like honor in the community, honor in pubs. But I just want to put to paper or not to paper to voice, um,
PSA.
PSA. What is an honorable game, an honorable pub? What makes them dishonorable? Um, because I think that there's a lot of things that people might not be aware of what makes it honorable. Um, So one of those things is not milking. Um, trying to like speed up the game along because no one wants to just sit there and everyone just has four drives. That's super boring. Within 20 minutes. Um, Another thing, and this is a new one, perma onside kicks, like hella annoying. Like if you just want to play, like we just want to play on offense and defense. We don't want to have to just continually play defense. Some people like don't take the pubs as seriously and they're not as engaged every second of the pub. So if like you score and do an onside kick quickly for no reason, that's frustrating. If you're like down one score at the end of the game, I can understand the onside kick. But like Jeff, super annoying. Comes on and just wants the onside kick every single play. Thoughts?
It is annoying, but he also gives up a lot of onside, so I guess it goes both ways for him. But I think more so to reinforce your point, just in general, and I'm sure you were going to get to this. Like, we kind of do need the PSA, like Prism was saying, and I'm sure multiple others have said. Like, we're losing the competitiveness and fun of the game because people just like to cheese. They just like to cheese everything. Everyone, the standard now is 3 yard cutbacks on 90s, delayed slants, onside kicks every play, like you're saying, milking. It's like if we got back to, you have to think an old theology, so to speak, which was we're playing first to 28. You're not going to sit there and take 45 seconds per play. You're trying to score as fast as you can to win the game.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think like that gives people most experience and like fun in the game. Like it's not fun when you're just sitting there on defense the whole game. Um, and so like we should like no silly cutbacks, no like don't perma spy because a QB doesn't want to sneak because they want to try out like passing plays. Like that's super tilting. Another thing that's super tilting, and I don't know if you're gonna agree with this, like the perma gamble D, like in league games you hardly have anyone gambling that hard. There's always gonna be someone deep. But in pub games, you run like a 90 up down or an up down or whatever you're running, and like all of a sudden no one's covering deep because they just want to gamble. Like that's not fun. I don't think, in my
yeah,
opinion.
because they have nothing to lose because there's no stakes on the game. So essentially, Lemnos's point is bring honor back to the game. Like it's what's gonna make the game survive. It's gonna revitalize it. We got to stop cutting back the old rules. Stop spamming spy like he's saying, because if you're thinking back in the day, you can't do that because you're not going to react fast enough in the LAN, or the latency rather. The quarterback's just going to sneak for 20 yards on you by the time you react. So
Yeah.
if we went back to the old mentality, which for the new players that would be no cutbacks, um, not spamming icons, not spamming spying, no milking obviously because there was no clock. So it would just make games better, higher quality.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get our. We literally have 12 people playing League of Legends now because Blitz isn't in a great place.
Yeah, and maybe people also might need a break, but yeah, I think it would be good to actually make the pubs fun again, um, and people stop lagging, please.
Yeah, yeah. That's a 20-year problem, and they had 20 years to fix it.
I
Please stop
know.
lagging.
Wayne, get a new computer.
All right, so those are fun PSA. Make pubs fun again, basically. You know, there's no reason to milk. There's Stop kicking field goals too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You're not
that's
gonna
yeah,
get better.
obviously.
You're not gonna get better off doing that. No one. Cutbacks and field goals were the two most frowned upon things back in the day. Just to put it in perspective for you guys. So,
Yes.
all right. So here's the funny meme category that I wanted to get into. If you had to, and this is had to, okay? If you had to permanently ban someone from the community, who would it be? You're about to make an enemy, so you better get ready.
Permanently ban. Uh, I think. Hold on. There's a guy. Where is he? Where is he? Is he not on anymore? Remember Average Circle Enjoyer who would play Pancreas Simulator? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, this guy's scapegoating.
um, oh no. Oh God. If I had to ban anyone permanently, this is hard because I do like the majority of people, and I think the only person that I really wouldn't en- enjoy at least gaming in this community for long term is Gurley.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I thought your answer would be, honestly.
yeah, I mean, like I've had good conversations with him, but it's just it needs to not be in any sort of blitz or gaming or competitive or baddie setting. So I don't need this community to talk to him like that. I can talk to him on the side if I wanted to. But yeah, I think it's gonna have to be girly for me. Um, what would you say?
So I got two. If I was gonna go spicy and obvious, it's Dan. I mean, I don't need to elaborate on that. Um, like we said, pub ruiner and league ruiner, tournament ruiner, yada yada. If I was gonna go in a positive light, which I just thought of looking at the list, it'd be Jay freaking Cuddy because I mean, you see how he obsesses over the game. He's just trying to get back in, and we're all rooting for him. But we're also more so rooting for him in real life. We want him to be successful, have a good relationship with his kid, keep a steady job. Just have a good life. And I don't think Blitz really does many good things for him at the moment. Like
Yeah, he's trying to
every day
figure out.
he's like scheming. Yeah, he's gonna get someone's office to let him play. He's gonna some roommate or something. It's like every day he's spending too much brain power trying to get back to NFL Blitz that I think maybe not permanently, but sending him on like where he doesn't have the option to come back would probably be the best thing for him in the long run.
Yeah, he can, maintain whatever job or put that thought that he would put into trying to run Linux on a Chromebook to play StarCraft. He could
That's what
put
I'm saying.
he could put that effort into training for a new job or something, or like some sort of skill or hobby that might be rewarding for him, as opposed to coming on to Blitz and dealing with our toxic asses. Um, yeah, I think it'd be
Yeah.
better overall for him to not be that much into the community. We love having him. He's always like
Oh yeah, yeah.
great vibes, like, but like maybe without the actual blitz part of it.
Man, that would have been a much funnier question like 6 months ago. It's just everyone's too likable right now. Dan kind of saved the community and uniting us against him. So like same as you, I'm looking at the list and there's no one I would want to get rid of right now, honestly. So
Yeah, I agree, and um, I think I think that the community has come a long way since the earlier toxic days. There's still some of that lingering, but yeah, I mean, mostly everyone's nice. I know we're supposed to be stomping at eggshells, but I think we got a good community.
yeah, there's not too many negative topics. So it's more so just strong takes at this point rather than negative. All right, you have any more spicy takes? Otherwise, I got this kind of important one, I guess you could say.
I just want to. I know we didn't talk much about it. We know Dan won in the elite division, but I want to just call something out. I don't think we've talked about it yet. I mean, we did in like the Discord and text and stuff, but like him saying that he's won this like three-peat that I don't know why he's like calling two random tournaments, like why he's enumerating that in his three-peat and included into a Super Bowl that he didn't QB. But if he wants to, he could say that to like end on a high note, make himself feel good. But like they're random tournaments. People like weren't practicing. People like to some degree also didn't try for some of the games that hard. Um, he keeps talking himself up in the ranks, as Kite would say, and it just wasn't that momentous. And as we've talked about, we didn't. I don't think we had a true elite division. There probably should have been like four teams in the elite division with some other team makeups as well. And if he wanted to show himself, he would have gone against like completely different teams. He also hasn't shown himself at QB in a competitive setting, in a league setting where people are like practicing, coming up with plays, building chemistry. He had none of that. So I don't think his tournament win is that valuable. And if anything, the
Oh
elite
yeah,
division was like not that good.
yeah. Elites. This tournament's just a meme, which we could throw Jeff in because we both forgot and we know it's the truth as a secret drama seeker. He's the guy. Oh yeah, bro, I love this game, but like he's also scheming in secret. I'm gonna give Dan the two best players. Well, kind of two of the best players, far and away the best lineup and if he wins, it's going to cause absolute chaos, and if he loses, he's going to get absolutely shit on. So that's Jeff. That's Jeff scheming. He
Yep.
loves the drama. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I voiced it before we even played our games, like, and all I gotta say about my effort is
No fucking piece of shit.
uh, because like I said, no Prism quarterback, no Romo quarterback. That's two of the top four, if not top three quarterbacks. Like those guys get me up and ready to play. Like I want to try and beat them. I don't care about beating Dan. I just don't.
Or
I don't
Krusty.
care about beating Krusty. Yeah, it's like there's no rivalry with me and Krusty. There was like that fake rivalry, but I mean, people forget I initially was ready to crown him the GOAT, much like you were. Like after season 3, he had a hell of a season. Then
Yeah.
he just shit the bed, and it's like, well, there's no reason to have a rivalry because we both kind of shit the bed this season. So,
Yeah. And
yeah, I mean, there was no reason to care about those games, and there's no Turkey, who's like I said, the best receiver in my opinion. There's no reason for me to be motivated to play in that division, which led to Dan winning some lopsided games. Irvine and Krusty both said we were just trying to get the game done so we could go play League of Legends. So,
and
um,
Finn appeared from the ashes to just randomly play and like
dude, he hadn't played in a month. We're not exaggerating. We promised us his teammates. He literally came in like he had just woke up from a 20-hour nap. His voice was groggy. I don't know if he knew where he was. So, yeah.
so yeah, I think I just wanted to call out, because we didn't really talk about the elite division game. I think that I'm not going to give Dan his flowers. If he wants to, include himself in the GOAT category, he's got to QB a league and do well. So I'm
Yeah,
saying it
because
here.
League is just built different. Like, what if we took CJ's three best games? He started 3-0. Okay, was he the goat for weeks 1 through 3? Like, you can't just pick and choose the highlights of your career. You got to earn a reputation.
Yeah, that's right, and that is usually done throughout the course of a season or multiple seasons.
All right, what time are we at? Because this one might be long, but
This one,
it's kind
this
of
one's
fun.
a little bit longer. We're at 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, we should wrap up at an hour 30 because we might skip next week anyways. So, I got this is not stomping. It's just more of a shout out. Most important figures in Blitz, not counting myself, Lem, and Wayne. Obviously, Lem's the face of the community. Wayne's the face of the website. I'm the face of the stats and organizing streams and stuff. Um, who are the most important figures? Like who without these guys, in your opinion, there wouldn't be a reason to play, and we would be lacking a population.
Um, definitely, definitely Jeff and Kite for kind of two opposite reasons. Um, I think I was talking about this before when I mentioned Jeff. He's been like he got what like half the people to get back on last year, so that's number one. Number two, he's putting a lot of money into the community for these random tournaments and like other stuff that he's helped pay for. He's literally paid for like two people's computers or more, and like other bills and like Jay Cuddy's rent or something. So like Jeff is like, and he's also like had random like he's got a good hype voice, um, and he's like good vibes when he's not whispering. So I like to have Jeff there. Kite, um, he always keeps the drama fresh. He has new rivalries like arguably every week. He's trying to pub like every day, multiple times a day. So he's like, keeping the stream of games going and keeping us fresh and playing often. So, I mean, we need that as a Blitz community when you have to play the game NFL Blitz. So, yeah, I think Jeff and Kite definitely the most important right now, for in my opinion.
Yeah, I had them both in there as well. Jeff, I had already apologized when I was allowed to play for Romo's team, kind of made up effort wise in the tournament because I actually tried that game. But like, other than shitting on the elite teams, the fact that this man, I think it was ended up being like 30 players, he was able to gather together for a massive tournament is crazy. That's literally the king of the community. It's crazy. Kai, like you said, obviously, new rivalries. I mean, even on the days where he knows no one's gonna play, he'll type "dead game" to egg us on into playing.
Yes.
So, um, okay, so other people. Here's what I was gonna say. earlier, or like what I alluded to saying, Krusty is an important figure in this community. I
Why?
know we usually shit on him, or like rivalries or his gameplay, whatever, his mechanics. The reason for this is because he is the first new player to like hit the original vibe. Like he's shit talking with everyone. He wants all the smoke. He wants to be ultra competitive. You know, every other new player, Tuca, Gasol, not a new player but new back. Devin, not a new player but new back relatively. Ma loved, Sin loved. Like all the new people, Nito, they're all loved. They're all revered. Krusty came out here ready to throw hands, and without that, like, I mean, he was the main antagonist the beginning of season 4. He generated a lot of the content and a lot of the interest in the league.
That's
So
true.
I think his importance can't be understated. If he was just another silent guy like we thought, he'd be loved, but like there'd be a few less rivalries um,
Yeah, and
on
like I
on the
said
plate,
earlier,
so to
he's
speak.
he's just like an instigator, and so he
Yep.
just he kind of has that old Blitz vibe because that's just who he is as a person. And we didn't. I mean, we were dumbasses to think he's like this nice, coy little crusty
Oh
crab
yeah.
guy from season 2 on Money's team. Um, but no, he's a shit talker, and he will spur on rivalries, like you said.
Yeah, and you need those in the community, as we know. That's kind of like what led to the miracle of the Blitz revival a year and a half ago now, nearly. Hey, actually, we're right on it because I think it was December. Um, the right types of personalities came back where there was a few of me, like me and Dan, the annoying ones, but play a lot and are competitive. Money was there already, so I was like a chill staple. Jeff, funny guy. Prism came back with his gang, you know. So it's a lot of
Yes.
the dramatic people combined with the chill people leading to the success of the community. Um,
Amen.
I'll put Dan in here, um, but not in a positive way at all. I don't care. Like the reason he's important is because he literally like the community's probably in the best place it's ever been, and it's because he annoyed the hell out of us so much that we all united against him, and that takes a lot. It takes a lot.
Yeah, I mean
I know WSK might hear this and he doesn't like us being negative or shitting on people, but it's like Dan was kind of asking for it. Like he would write an essay response to any one sentence directed his way, belittling people. So it's like at that at that point, that guy's got no fans.
yeah, I think it's just not a good look when you like feel like the need to defend yourself with a paragraph every single time. Um, like, and when you do that, you're also spurring people on to just keep messaging you and keep trolling on you. It's like the old days of the internet. Like, you don't feed the troll. So if people are talking shit to you, like, one, maybe there's something you need to digest there. Two, just don't respond. Don't deal with it. And he did like he got like kind of better, but then he like I think the last couple of weeks he's been uh he's been kind of
I
what's
mean,
the word?
it's how you handle winning, right? So he was quiet for end of season 3, beginning of season 4, probably because he was losing.
Oh,
So
true.
he starts winning. Well, he's back to being loud and obnoxious again. So
Yeah, he's kind of
all about how
crashing
you
out.
handle winning. All right, last person I got. Uh, and I think people need to appreciate this guy. Obviously, he's been better lately. A true terror originally, Prism, and the reason for this is, like I was saying earlier, like why he's my goat, and I've been saying that forever, even when he's tied with Wayne. Um, Gameplay wise, you're always gonna be super locked in. You want to beat Prism. He's gonna elevate you whether he's on your team or against you. So that's gameplay wise his importance. Community wise, media guru, right? Him and Sin. This guy
Yeah,
used to set lines that were like within a point of the final score. It's actually insane. That was very interactive for the community. They appreciated it. The whole TTT revered throughout the community. Like his Toronto triple videos he would make or pay for to be made.
yeah,
Just TTT as a whole, they're loved. They have 50% of the personality of this community just off the three of them.
yeah.
I think Prism. It's like it would be kind of boring without him, you know. So it's sad to see him losing the passion. Maybe it'll come back, but yeah, he's just an important guy in the community for sure.
He calls Ocho passion. Um, but I
That's
think
passion and honesty.
well, that's the thing. I think it originated like Ocho was honesty for some reason, and then I forget if Ocho or Ducks called Prism Passion, but then Prism like turned it back on Ocho and called him Passion. I think it was something like that. But yeah, no, I think Prism is super important in the community. Brings the competitive spirit, brings some uh, overall good vibes in media, etc. But I think what we really need from Prism is just more of those paid videos. Like, can you teach us how to get those videos if like you're not gonna do them? Because like I want like random African people dancing. Those Russians weren't crazy exciting, but like we need more videos like that. It'd be like hella funny. So please help us out.
Yeah, everything that is content is just it's all good for the community. All
Um,
right. Um, I don't know if you had anyone else. That's all I got. Those are the people that I feel are under. Obviously, Jeff's not undervalued, but the other ones probably are. So
yeah, I don't think I can't think of anything right now. My brain is also slowly sliding into mush since it's
yep,
been an hour and a
it's nine.
half.
It's nine night time. Yep, hour and a half, baby. We stick to the schedule.
Yes. So you said you might not want to or might not be available to do next week.
Hey, I'm going on vacation. There probably is not going to be a ton to talk about, but we'll see. We'll leave it. These people are always out here begging, and then it results in me begging and being obnoxious. Like Lemonos, please, let's do the podcast. So
Well,
we'll play it by ear.
I think next week if we did it, it would work with the great division finals and the good division
Finals
finals.
recap. We could get our first guest on too. Finally, maybe one of the winners or something.
Oh yeah, we've been doing all this without a guest. Look at us go.
I'd like to point out, Lemnos is saying, "Look at us go," but he's literally padding our time by talking about next week's plan for the podcast, where we could just wrap up and talk about this privately.
Listen, I'm just I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's
All right, this
tired.
has been Stomping on Eggshells. Thanks for joining us. Like always, we didn't get as toxic as we want. Lemnos and I just don't have it in us. But hopefully, there were some funny things that were said at least.
Hopefully there were some good stompable moments.
And we appreciate you guys listening us. Keep showing Lemnos the love. I thrive off being underappreciated. So
Yes,
I'll
keep.
let this guy be my face. I'll be the butt.
Oh God, it's horrific. But keep appreciating me.
It's
Thank you.
it's just a face and a butt. That's all we are. That's an egg. I mean,
It's an
that's literally
egg.
an egg.
It's an
So
egg. All right. GG's. Good night. Goodbye.
GG's. God bless America.